All right, part two is by not being aware of the fact that there are dark triad individuals in the world who are in a very real sense have a handicap, an empathy handicap. That is to say, they lack empathy in their brains. By not being aware of that, and by not being aware of how much of a systemic problem it is, and by systemic problem I mean that these people they're like everywhere. Like they're in the government, their politicians are dark triad individuals. People at the grocery store, people at hospitals, people at like social services, like where they shouldn't be. Like they don't have their handicap. Those type of services, it's supposed to be people who have strong levels of empathy, and yet there are dark triad individuals infiltrated in those type of facilities and organizations who literally, like, it's like their presence in those environments are actually counterproductive and detrimental. But by not being aware of the infiltration of dark triad individuals in places that they shouldn't be, similarly to how would you allow a mentally retarded person with mental retardation, who's would you allow them to be like the mayor or the president who has executive function and has control over how wars take place and everything? No, not because we don't believe they have rights, but because they don't have the functioning in their brain to properly become a part of those things. You know what I mean? Like without like making errors and everything. And so by not being aware of how these people are in places that they shouldn't be, we allow them to run around. We allow them to run around in these places freely, creating disarray, chaos, dysfunction in severe ways within society. And as a result, we have deep-rooted systemic corruption and problems within the systems and infrastructures of our society. And so this was the main point I wanted to make. We're allowing people, by virtue of our lack of understanding and awareness and understanding, and by virtue therefore of our lack of application regarding that awareness and understanding, we're allowing those people to be in positions of power and authority where they then cause harm to people. People with lack of empathy who put money and their own self-interest and so on and so forth above the livelihoods and health of other people, and who literally allow other people to suffer because of in direct correlation to the lack of empathy in their brains, right? They allow people to suffer. So being number one, part one, is we have to be truly aware of this. Like the way we initially didn't understand, autism can be a problem and other things. And then therefore by becoming aware, we now have campaigns like autism awareness, right? We need to have a dark triad awareness campaign in a full way and in a whole way, to the point where we can, in a crystal clear way, we can see, that politician might probably be a Machiavellian, a narcissist. That president, we actually thought that they were a benevolent person, but they have corruption. And so we have part one awareness, part two application.